Now, over time, from the moment we are born, over the years, this hair follicle will become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So we go from a healthy hair follicle that produces a thick hair to a very tiny hair follicle that produces a very small tiny hair, and at the end we will have like a hair follicle that is virtually empty, nothing in it. This mechanism is called miniaturization of the hair follicle. So the hair follicle becomes a miniature of itself, a smaller version of itself, till it dies. Okay? Now, but each of them has still a cycle. This one is a cycle, this one is a cycle. They all have their cycles. And it can also be that the anagen phase is still quite long, but the hair follicle is small. Now, this is mainly due to, one, the genetics. Second, the sensitivity to our male hormone, which is genetically determined. The microcirculation to the hair follicle. The connection of the nerves to the hair follicle. The lymphatic flow of toxins from the hair follicle. Of course, the activation of the anti-inflammatory activity around here and the electric cohesion of all these cells. This is why when we treat the patients with electromodulation, we're going to reverse that situation. Accept the fact that we reverse that situation. Sometimes we achieve also a longer anagen phase. So we have a longer anagen phase and a thicker and more healthy hair follicle. These two, they are related, but not necessarily. We can have very short activity to the telogen phase due to a shock and still have a big hair follicle. We can have a longer phase here and still have a smaller hair follicle. Electromodulation works on both.